guys, it's CATALEAH. I'm here at the St. Louis NARBC Expo, and we are just now getting to walk around and look at some cool stuff. So, Dave, what are we going to take a look at?
We are going to see absolutely everything there is to see at this expo.
Thing. It's going to take a while.
It's going to take all day and then tomorrow, and then we're going to come back on Monday, and there's going to be nobody here.
Yep. All right, let's go. Reptile shows are basically a place where animal lovers, reptile breeders, and pretty much everything in between can all come together to a place to share the love for reptiles. You can buy reptiles if you're looking for a new pet, and people sell reptiles as well. All of the supplies for them are sold here, all of the things you need for them. And keep in mind, all of these containers that you see the animals in are temporary. Pretty much all reptiles are shipped to stores in similar manners, and it's safer for them because they're in an enclosed space where they can't bump around and hurt themselves during transport, and they're only in these containers for a few days. And before you ever buy a reptile, I always recommend doing lots and lots of research on the animal and making sure you're fully prepared. But the cool thing is you can come to a show like this and you can get everything you need for the animal you're gonna buy. So you guys know I absolutely love Super Dalmatians, and Pangea is well known for having some of the best Super Dalmatians. And I just pulled out this little one. It's a Dam Daniel offspring, and Dam Daniel is one of the most famous Super Dalmatians. All of his babies come out looking absolutely beautiful and covered in spots. Like, look at that. I would sell my soul for this gecko. I've already signed a soul contract with Pangea. Pangea owns my soul. Oh no, come back. So here's another Dalmatian, but this one is very red and jumpy. Come back. Look at those spots. Here we have a triple X line, super extreme harlequin. At first glance, it looks like the pattern is these little gray stripes, but that's actually the lack of pattern. All this orange, all this white and cream is the pattern going up the sides of this gecko. He's extremely nice looking, and he knows it. You were just a little star, aren't you? Next up, we have a lily white crested gecko, which is a staple morph in the gecko world now. This one is really, really pretty and yellowish. I try not to come home with the gecko, but you guys know me, it usually ends up happening. I'm getting a tokay from Pangea to put it in a cup. Ooh. Get a gecko.
Ooh. I need that gecko.
And don't forget to use my code CATALEAH10 on Pangea's website for 10% off. It does work on geckos too. I need a male tokay gecko. John here is gonna try to get one out and sex it. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, feisty.
That's definitely a female.
Darn. So squeaky. Squeaky.
Oh, that's a male. Look at that.
Oh, yay. It's porous. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look at that. Hey, what do you think about the gecko?
I think that is a very cool gecko that wants to come home with me.
No.
Oh.
He's mine. I have to say hi to Patient Zero. For those that don't know about him, he is a very special, one-of-a-kind gecko. He's missing pigment in a lot of the parts on his body. They've been trying to get him to reproduce this pattern for years, but sadly his offspring come out normal-looking. So we think that his genetics are probably a form of loss of skin pigmentation rather than like a pied gene, which would be able to be reproduced. But hopefully someday we'll have more geckos like Patient Zero, because he is just so special and absolutely beautiful looking. Guys, I have to obviously pick the best lizard for Dave's video, but Dave made awards, so I'm like under intense pressure to really find the best gecko. I say gecko, it's lizard, but you guys know I usually pick a gecko. Anyways, check out how cool these are. Can I touch him?
Yeah, it's like satin.
They're so soft. Scaleless ball python.
Yeah.
These tokay geckos are massive. Look at this. Oh man, they're so pretty. This is a T-positive albino, and this is a normal albino who's being real funky. He's so beautiful! How old is he?
I produced him about 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
His name is Goliath.
He's gorgeous.
His dad was a calico
Oh, I love
named
it.
Oreo. Yeah.
Oreo! How many species do you keep?
We've only brought 4 for sale here today, but we have a bunch more at home.
Awesome. What's your favorite one?
I like all of them. I have this table. I really like the dragon.
They molt slowly. It takes forever for them to grow. So we'll be waiting a good 7 or 8 months to get an adult.
What's this one?
This is a dead leaf.
Oh, that's a dead leaf too?
Yeah.
So this is Deraplatus desiccata.
Those just rule.
He's really cool.
Guys, you have to see her.
Ooh.
Because this is probably the first time in any show that this mantis has been here.
Really?
Adult female dragon mantis.
Yeah.
First generation of captive bred.
So we're
Dude, that is
can
epic.
can you see the tail? That's why they're called a dragon mantis.
They're
Yeah.
so
What's the
awesome.
scientific
Okay.
This is Stenophilia lobivertex.
Yeah, those little holes above his eyes are really crazy looking.
So this is actually what the baby looks like. So do you see that little tuft up there? That's why they're called a dragon mantis.
That is so interesting. They do a little tail wag.
That's right, that's right. They like hanging upside down, and when they move in the funniest, shakiest gait you've ever seen. Will you walk for us? Okay, there you go. Look at how they walk. It's like the most different walk in the mantis world. No other mantis walks like that.
How
They sway.
funny.
So this is cool. They sway when they walk. So Kat, another cool thing about these mantises is most mantises have an ear tucked up under the abdomen because they have to evade bats usually in the jungles. These guys don't because these are old world mantises. The males at least can
hear.
detect that a bat is coming, and so they have a higher mortality rate in the wild.
He's dancing.
Exactly what they do.
You want to hold the snake?
Touch it. Touch it. Go.
Oh, good job.
He wants you to touch it.
Oh.
Tell him what his name is.
So it's my own line called Zero Line. I'm trying to get the Enigma look without having the gene present. So it's all that reduced pattern, black and white, mac snow, white and yellow, and bold stripe.
Oh, okay. She's really cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And she's a proven breeder. Some of her babies came out looking like her and I kept them back.
Well, I'm excited to see what you end up doing with
Thank
this.
you.
I'm going to want one of these babies someday.
Okay, I only started in 2019. The whole breeding, pretty new.
I'm so sorry I can't stop filming geckos, but hopefully you guys don't mind. So I'm here at LivingWildLLC. They have some of the most amazing Leachianus geckos, and this is Georgina and this is Paul.
How you doing?
And they're going to be showing us some of their geckos on their table. And then, super exciting part, tomorrow I'm going to go to their house and we're going to film their entire gecko collection. And you guys have like, what, around 500 geckos? So yeah, it's going to be quite the video. All right, let's look at some geckos. Ooh.
So this is more of the high color we're working with and high pattern.
High pattern, high color.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Hopefully get a couple more of each of them and then we'll cross them over to get the color into the pattern.
Yeah, that one is
This
insane.
little guy is a sibling to this one.
It almost looks like it's hypo or something like that, doesn't it?
I'm gonna hopefully find out soon. Next couple years, a lot of pattern, a lot of color mixed into them. But then we're also working with pure Kanawas.
I think I'm least familiar with this
Not many
locality.
people work with them, and
Yeah.
that's why I like them. And then just more of the high patterns. Of course, none of these are fired up, but these have really nice pinks in them.
Yeah, nice pinks, very pretty.
So I got two of the different lily white lines that I got going on. This one over here comes from an Austral tricolor lily white.
Beautiful.
And then over here I got more of a red-based lily white as well. We are also working with a lot of red portholes. We got some empty backs going on, got some charcoal lines, xanthics, and a lot of super dowels. So we got a lot of amazing, beautiful, clean stuff coming next year.
Ooh, that one's pretty. Ooh, man, this is fascinating. Very pretty. So, out of all the geckos you guys have, what would you say is your favorite species? I think I can guess, but I'm gonna let you say.
I'm gonna go with Leachianus.
Crested geckos.
No way!
Nah.
You would have said Leachy.
I do love Leachies just as much, but there's just something about cresties. I love the derpiness, I love the color variation and the pattern variation. I can do more with the crested geckos, I feel.
There you go, because then you can buy all the Leachies, you
Yes.
can buy all the cresties, and then just
We
have
can play
twice
with
as
each
much.
of them.
Yeah. Whoosh, outfit change. I am here for day 2 now of the St. Louis NARBC show. And yesterday I filmed pretty much only geckos. So today I'm gonna look at some snakes and where'd he go? Dave is gonna show us some cool snakes that he found at the show.
All right, so here at Mike's Exotics, there are a couple of amazeball snakes here that you guys have got to see. One is this Solomon Island boa. Gravid means she's with child. I mean, for $200 you can buy a gravid Solomon Island ground boa. I mean, how cool is that?
So cool.
Yeah. This guy over here. All right, so does everybody think that that is a ball python morph? Because it looks very ball python-y, and it looks like a really cool ball python morph. You know what that is?
An Angolan python.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Angolan python.
Dun, dun.
It's like the forgotten ball python, but they're not really ball pythons. They live in Angola, which is further south than West Africa, where ball pythons are from. They live in much drier habitats than ball pythons do, but they're very similar to ball pythons in a lot of ways. But they're not ball pythons.
This is a pretty boa, that's a pretty boa, that's a pretty boa, that's a pretty boa.
Yep.
That's a pretty boa. This over here at David Levinson's table is an IMG Jungle Aztec VPI. This is one of the coolest boa morphs ever.
It's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
But look at the head markings on it. I mean, that's what just does it for me.
Oh, it's got an arrow.
Yeah.
How cool.
Because this is a IMG, it's going to get darker and darker and darker and darker with every shed as it gets older. And it's going to be very interesting to see how much of that pattern it retains as it gets older.
He looks like vanilla ice cream.
This comes from Orange Gasm lineage, Hypo, which is a Frank Martin project. Double heads to make this one, but yeah, these only get better with age. A little more yellow comes through.
I like it.
I think a lot of people are going to start going more the snow route, kind of like in ball pythons. You got people going like Exanthic DGs. Yep. This is almost like the Exanthic DG in the boa world.
If I got a boa, it would look like that.
Right?
Oh my goodness! Hi! I was about to say hi to Cat.
Oh, hi,
There's 2 cats!
Both cats.
Hello! So I'm here with a very special gecko. This is a giant bronze gecko, and to see more of this one, go check out Dave Kaufman's video, because I can't quite reveal what it is, but he might have gotten a very special award at the show today. So now that Dave has showed us some cool snakes, and I've showed you some cool geckos, I'm going to show you a few neat ball pythons. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Could you show me your 2 favorite ball pythons on your table?
My 2 favorites.
Yes. If you were to pick 2 that you have still.
I really like the way the banana yellow bellies turned out. Banana yellow belly het clown.
Oh, very pretty. What do these sell for?
They are $550.
I like the bananas. They're probably my favorite ball python more. So what do we have here?
This is a firefly stranger het clown.
Very pretty. What's this guy for sale for?
He's $4,000.
Awesome. So, I've taken you guys pretty much around the whole show. If you guys want to check out even more content of the show, I have my very own show called CATALEAH'S CRITTERS on this app called Trilogy Plus. It's a brand new streaming service that is made by creators, and you can use these codes to get 25% off your first month subscription or your first yearly subscription. After this video, I'm actually going to go to LivingWildLLC's home and film their amazing gecko collection. They have over 500 geckos. Stay tuned for that next week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. More content. This is the outro now. Say bye, Dave.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
In
Bye.
Arlington.
Arlington.
NARBC thumbnail.
I'm looking at the screen, not the...
Bye.
Bye. Bye.